Good morning. We are talking about author's purpose today. Author's purpose. So we've talked about that some already. Author's purpose. We've talked about this. Let's see if any of you remember this. At least in my class I had. Pi. Sometimes authors write for different reasons. P stands for persuade. I stands for inform. And E stands for entertain. So persuade is like trying to talk you into something. Sometimes authors are trying to talk you into something. I inform. Sometimes they're trying to teach you something or inform you about something. And E, entertain, that's for fun. So let's take a peek up here at the top. Author's purpose, summarize. So when you write a summary, you're just kind of talking about what the whole thing is about. So the author's purpose is the reason an author writes something. An author may try to persuade, there's the P, inform, I, or entertain, to express ideas and feelings. Different parts of a piece of writing may have different purposes. Sometimes a text might have more than one purpose. Summarizing the main idea and details as you read can help you figure out the author's purpose. So let's take a look at this passage. Read the following passage, then answer the questions below. All right, so let's take a look. Air contains oxygen, and people need oxygen to breathe. Smoke from factories and car exhaust makes the air dirty. This is called air pollution. Air is important to people. We need clean air to be healthy. A clean sky is beautiful too, and we need beauty in our lives. Please do what you can to keep the air clean. Instead of riding in a car, ride your bicycle, walk to school, or take the trolley. Trolley, kind of like a bus. Not exactly. It's tied to a line. So let's take a peek. Number 1, what facts does the first paragraph contain? So let's look at the first paragraph. Here's our first paragraph, paragraph 1. Air contains oxygen, and people need oxygen to breathe. Smoke from factories and car exhaust makes the air dirty. This is called air pollution. So that first paragraph talks about facts about the air. So let's see, what facts does the paragraph contain? It contains facts about our air. Okay, capital and period. Number 2, and if you want to pause the video as we go, that's a great idea to pause it if you're writing this out while we're going, okay? Number 2, what is the purpose of the first paragraph? So we just reread that paragraph. It has facts about our air. What is the purpose? Is it to persuade? Is he trying to talk us into something? Is it informing us about the air, or is it entertaining? So this first one, he wasn't really persuading us, and he wasn't being funny. He was informing us about the air, giving us facts about the air. So what is the purpose? The purpose is to inform people, us, about the problem with, I'm going to squeeze this down here, air pollution. Okay, he called air pollution. All right, number 3. Why does the author write the second paragraph? So let's go up here, the second paragraph. Air is important to people. We need clean air to be healthy. A clean sky is beautiful too, and we need beauty in our lives. So that one up there, he was talking about his feelings. That isn't really included in our pie. But why does the author write the second one? He's talking about his feelings. He's telling us It's beautiful and we need beauty. So he was expressing his feelings. So the author is expressing feelings. Hey, I noticed something. We talked about main verbs and helping verbs. Is expressing. Is the helping verb. Expressing is the verb. All right. What is the purpose of the last paragraph? So the last paragraph. Please do what you can to help keep the air clean. Instead of riding in a car, ride your bicycle, walk to school, or take the trolley. So that last paragraph, would you say persuade, inform, or entertain? Can't see it. I would say he's trying to persuade you. What is he trying to persuade you to do? He's trying to persuade you to not use a car, trying to keep clean air. So the author is trying to persuade to help. I'm going to write in here, keep the air clean. All right. Write a summary of the last paragraph. How does it help you figure out the author's purpose? The last paragraph, again, we just read it. Please do what you can do. So basically, that paragraph is about wanting to keep the air clean and use transportation that doesn't cause air pollution. So write the summary, and then we'll do the next one. So the summary is to keep the air clean, use transportation, TION, that does not pollute. Now, how does it help you figure out the author's purpose? So the author in this paragraph, or in this little passage, he wanted to inform us about air and air pollution, and he wanted to persuade us. So the author wants to inform and persuade. Alrighty. All right. Go ahead and pause if you need to. I'm going to take a look at the next page. This page, I'll read through it a couple of times. So again, it's about author's purpose. The author's purpose is the reason an author writes something. Why? An author may try to persuade, inform, entertain, express ideas and feelings. Different parts of a piece of writing may have a different purpose, and we're really going to look at that on this page. The different parts have different pieces. So this is kind of like a little bitty mini play, okay? Kind of like Pushing Up the Sky was. So we've got props. Those are the things that you would use in the play to help you understand the setting. A narrator, that's the person that tells the story. And then the characters. We've got a man, salmon, and a man. Okay, so a man and a salmon. So props. Use 2 blankets for the river. Put potted plants around the river as trees. So that's the setting. Narrator. People who lived near the river fished for salmon. Salmon was an important part of their diet. Man, that fish looks tasty. I want to catch that fish. Salmon. Use a net. So the man puts a net in the river and the salmon jumps over it. Salmon. I don't want to be caught today. I want to swim upstream instead. Man. The joke is on me. So the salmon, instead of getting caught in the net, he jumped over it. So let's take a look down here at this chart. Complete the chart. Give the author's purpose for each part. Then explain the purpose. So, in the beginning, talking about the props, it said to use 2 blue blankets for the river and potted plants. So the purpose was to inform, to tell how to make the props. It told us to use the blue blankets and the plants. Why do you think so? The sentences after props. So these sentences after props. What was the purpose of that? It was to tell us how to create the scenery or the setting for the play. So to tell how to create the setting. It's not a complete sentence, and that's okay. This is just a chart. Now in the middle, we have the narrator here. The narrator. People who lived near the river fished for salmon. Salmon was an important part of their diet. So the narrator was trying to tell us about the people and what they used, what they eat, and where they live. So he was informing us, giving us information about salmon and about the people. So he was telling about the people who lived there, and what they ate. Okay? So the narrator, why did he do that? The narrator tells us that salmon was important to the people. It's what they lived on. The narrator tells that salmon was important to the people. Again, that is not a complete sentence. I don't have capitals or periods there. Now the end, the man and the salmon here, this last part. The fish looks tasty. I want to catch him. Use a net. I don't want to be caught. He jumps over it. The joke's on me. So at the end, the purpose. What was the purpose? Was it to persuade? Was it to inform? Or was it to entertain? So I think here he was trying to be funny. He was trying to entertain the reader. He's trying to surprise them or to be funny. So let's see here. The purpose was to entertain. Trying to be funny. Okay. The play, his goal is funny. He was trying to make us laugh. The play made me laugh. All right, friends. If you need to go back and relook at that, go ahead and you can rewind it back. Make sure you complete everything. Make sure you read a book today, okay? Make sure you're getting that 15 minutes of reading in every day. And I shall be seeing you later. All right, bye-bye.